What's up, everyone? It's Ecom Rebel. We're back again live. Welcome. Alrighty, so we've already got some people on live. G'day, Crypto Freak. How you doing? Good to have you on board. So tonight we're going to cover some of the news. We're going to cover what's happening in the market, a couple of maybe some ICOs. We'll get to some of your questions. If you guys got any questions on the live, just make sure you put them in, and I'll try and answer them if I can. And what else do I want to cover? I think that's about it. Oh, and I'm giving away Bitcoin Cash tonight. So make sure you pay attention. I'm going to be telling you some stuff, and then I'll be asking a question a little bit later on. And yeah, you win yourself some Bitcoin Cash. So going to be giving away, I think we'll do $10 tonight, $10 US worth of Bitcoin Cash. And it's only for people on live. So at the moment, you have to be on live. If you're not live, then you're going to miss out. So make sure you're on board now. All right, so let's get into it. Let me find my mouse here. All right, so we'll jump into the market and have a quick look. So at the moment, it's great news. Even though we've got a little bit of red happening here, Bitcoin is back up to 9,800. It did break 10K, which was great news. It's come back about 9.8 so far. Ethereum at 928, it's up a little bit. Ripple's pretty steady at $1.12. Bitcoin Cash has seen a nice big move in the last 24 hours. It's up to nearly 1,500, up nearly 11%. Litecoin at 214, so it's had some big moves in the last few days. Dropped about 5% today. Cardano at 39 cents, pretty much the same. 44 cents for Stellar, Neo, and EOS at $10. IOTA around about the same price at $2. So that's pretty much a wrap. Any other notables that I've seen? Bitcoin Gold up 5, 6. VeChain up 11. Populous up 13. Yeah, nothing too crazy there in the top 50. So pretty much all. That was a pretty good day. I think it was up early and we backed off a little bit, so that's all good. So if you have a look at some of the news, there was news about Bitcoin Cash rising for above 1,500 for the first time, and of course Bitcoin breaking 10K, which is a really good sign. There was an article here, Coinbase. So a lot of users on Coinbase that use that service. I use Coinbase. It's pretty good. This hasn't happened to me that I'm aware of, but it has happened to a lot of users. So there was people that use their credit and debit purchases for crypto. Some of these people were affected. They were actually charged extra fees. So there was some deals. There was a issue with merchants have changed the code for crypto purchases into basically cash advances, and so there was a, basically they're getting charged fees now. I'm not sure whether Coinbase is going to try and, whether it's nothing to do with them or not, but basically, there's nothing you can do about it. If the banks want to charge you, they're going to do that. There might have been some issues with this person here on this post from Reddit said that they were charged 50 duplicate charges for a total of 67,000. Well, okay. I mean, things like that happen. Could be a mistake. I don't know whether they're going to get it fixed up or not, but let's hope. So if you've had any issues with Coinbase, just put any comments down. That would be good. But yeah, so far I haven't experienced any problems. But apparently, there's been issues with the Visa, charging extra fees and stuff like that. So that's been an issue. All right. What else did I see that was interesting? Nothing too happening there. Yeah, there's a Litecoin Cash. I think when I first seen that, let's have a quick look. Yeah, it was this article here. So Litecoin Cash, as you know, Litecoin's had some pretty big moves recently, like 10, 20, 30% in a day. And there's a couple of different things that's happening. One, there's a fork coming up. Now, this fork has got nothing to do with Litecoin itself. The developers of this new one just want to create their new one, but they're using essentially the same name. Now this does happen a lot. We saw Bitcoin Cash, and there's a whole bunch. This forking stuff happens all the time. Okay. Now the interesting thing is that it's nothing. Obviously, it's nothing to do with the same development team or anything like that. So it's got nothing to do with Litecoin itself. But people know that if you're holding Litecoin, you're going to get this fork. Now the thing is that the coins may have some value, but they may lose their value if they don't offer something unique or different to the space. No one's going to support them, or if you try and sell off everyone wants to dump those tokens because they're not going to use it, that's fine. But there might be other people that just have the fork, get the free tokens, and then leave them there because it could be worth something. So that also is a possibility as well. So essentially, people want to hold on to Litecoin because they know they're going to get these free tokens, and there's nothing wrong with that. So that could be part of it. The other reason is basically this new LitePay, which is very interesting, which I have spoken about before, and basically that's going to be a big thing. When that rolls out and a lot of people start using services like that, that's going to help with the appeal for Litecoin and using that in transactions. So that was some good news for Litecoin. And what else? A little article there about Bitcoin just coming back below 10K. What else did I see? Also, we have the Chinese New Year, which I believe started today. I think today's the 16th. So, 16th, Friday the 16th today. And I believe that's starting. I don't know if it's start already in China, but basically the 16th is the beginning of that. And we've seen some really good gains. I have heard some stories about how a lot of, I don't know if it's true or not, but there's talk about the Asian markets selling we've had that big sell-off where they've been cashing out, and then they have like a festive season now with their holidays, okay, for the Chinese New Year. And there's basically talk of they cash out and then use that money for their holidays or stuff like that. I have seen that, but I don't think that's the whole reason. It could be a possibility. The main reason I believe it's to do with larger sums of money being sold out for example, when you make money during the year and then you sell out your position, so to avoid paying tax. There's a tax implication in there for some institutions that are trading and other users as well. So there's different aspects of why it would have went down, and also there's a lot of players in the market that are pretty big that wanted the price of Bitcoin to go down, and so it happened that way. So which is a good thing because it was getting a little bit crazy there from 8K right up to 20K, pretty much vertical. So we're at good. It's good now. We're back at 10K. So that was good. So we've had custom complaints from Coinbase. Apparently they have I think I read this article here. It said something like 10 million users or something. I don't know. That was a little bit crazy. I was reading it here somewhere. It could be 10 million users. Yeah, here we go. This is hard to imagine, but there's 10 million users of Coinbase. So you can see why they have problems, because you got that many users, and when things go wrong, that can cause a problem, and people have high expectations, and there's a lot of money involved. So yeah, just some interesting stuff from that. Now while I remember it, Neuromation, I think it's NTK. Yeah, NTK is the code for Neuromation. This ICO was a recent ICO. It's now tradable, so you may not have participated in the ICO for Neuromation. You can check it out on this website, neuromation.io. Now, if you weren't aware, you can actually pick up these tokens now. So these tokens are available. They're selling on IDEX.market, so you can actually pick them up there. And the code is NTK. Okay, so make sure you check it when you go to IDEX Market. You'll see the new listing for Neuromation. Make sure you got the right code. But if you're interested in that, check it out. It was a good ICO that went well. And basically what they do is they're basically building a platform to do with AI. And essentially the main reasons for it, this is the main reason why I got into it, I saw some potential, was that the projects they're looking at is, retail automation, industrial automation, and biotech and pharma. So like applications for retail is recognizing products from images on shelves. Same with industrial, when you see you might see products that go past on an assembly line or something like that. Well, what they're doing is, like you can see these pictures here of packages that come past and stuff like that. So what they're trying to do is basically have the data and analyze this and feed that into this AI, okay? And they're making the framework so that companies can access this and start to teach their systems AI and to in that space, and to make it more effective, because AI is expensive, and that's why they're basically building these platforms so people can access that. And the other one is biotech and pharma, which is pretty huge. So this is their platform. It's very interesting, and the ICO went well, and now the actual tokens are tradable. They haven't hit any major exchanges, but they are on IDEX.market. So that's Neuromation NTK. So let's have a quick look at what's happening. I'll just check out what we have, you guys, on the live, see who's on tonight. G'day, Shell. How you doing? And Pecky Star. G'day. Yes, we're seeing 500 Z. Oh, you're seeing 500 ZCL pre-fork. Yeah, we're talking about Z Classic. Let's have a quick look at Z Classic while we're here. Let's see where we're at today. So the other day I did talk about it. It went up from the time I spoke about it to the time, I think it was about 3 or 4 days later, I spoke to you guys about it again and pointed out that it moved up 60%. I also said it was a good time to take some profits if you weren't going to participate in the fork. Let's have a look at where we are, whether people are selling it off or what we're at now. So around about the same sort of price, about 160 I think we're at. So it hasn't moved too much from that value. Now if more and more people come into the market and hear about Z Classic and want to participate in it, there's definitely going to be more demand for that. So yeah, I mean, look, it could reach 500. I'm not sure how high it's going to go. But essentially it depends on where you're at with this. Obviously, if you'd got in earlier, before the news of this, you would have been in a really good position. You would have made some serious dough. But even just recently, with the 60% move, that was pretty good, and that was only the last 4 days. I'm not sure how much more it's going to go up in value. We still have, I think it's the 28th. We're at the 16th now, so we're counting down. We've got basically, not very long to go, less than 14 days now before the end of the month, and that's when they're doing the fork. Okay, so that will happen, and basically, if you hold Z Classic, you're going to get the new Bitcoin private. If you hold Bitcoin, you're also going to get that as well. So if you hold both, you're actually going to double the amount of Bitcoin private you get. So it's pretty unique. So we don't know, what sort of value it's going to have after this. Time will tell exactly, but definitely combining, privacy of Z Classic and Bitcoin is, an interesting thing. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens, but it's definitely had some gains. So yeah, that's good stuff. G'day Bitcoin Info, how you doing? And Boss Sounds, hi, how are you? All right, so let's have a quick look at some other stuff we have here. Let's close down some of these tabs. Yeah, actually, while you're with me, I'll show you. I'm on this page at the moment. I was having a look at some ICO stats. So this is just some recent ICOs that have listed. And just give you an idea. So this is February. These ones are here are February at the top right. Now some of these ones here, this is an example. So this one here is 0.25. So in other words, if you had invested into this one, currently you'd be down 75% on your money on ICO. Pretty much, you know, you can lose your shirt on it. Okay, and that only just came out. So I think the ICO price was $1.15. Current price right now is about 28 cents. Okay, didn't participate in that one. Here's another one that was really good. WePower came out at 13 cents, currently at nearly 17 cents, 1.35. So, you know, that's up basically 35% currently on there. Same with Medical Chain, currently 1.35. Now Tether was one that I got into. It's down a bit, which is fantastic. Actually trying to get some more of Tether. This one came out at 23 cents. I think it's currently 16 cents here. That's it. I think actually there's a bit of an adjustment with that. I'm not 100% sure if that is the ICO price, because they just released some news and there was they basically, when they were doing the ICO, it was the price was 1/4000th of it was 1/4000. So basically one Tether was 1/4000th of Ether. And so they had set that price in, but when they distributed tokens, it wasn't quite that way. So today I actually received some more bonus tokens to get me up to that price level, which reduced the price level. I think I calculated it back to, I don't have it on the screen at the moment, but I think it went back to 16 cents. So this is a little bit misleading. It's about 16 cents is the market price. So that was good for Tether. Very interested in that project. Here's another one that just finished, Fusion, 1.46. You're up 46%. So this is just, you know, some in February. If we go back a little bit here in January, where the whole market was coming down, and this is where they currently are: 1.69 for Odyssey, 3 for Lastus, Pundi X at 0.86, Fortuna up 19%. Nearly doubled your money on Data. Bluezell, what a great project that was. Didn't get into that one. That would have been good to get into. 5x on your money. Like, you know, that's huge gains at 5x. Devery, that was down a bit. We probably lost about 20% on that. Mobius up 40%. So this is when the market has been going down, and yet they've maintained. Most of them have done well. Some of these ones have done pretty poorly. Aidcoin, I remember that one. And that one's like basically 50%. You've lost. I mean, look, if you choose to sell out, yeah, you will lose your money, but you're down 50% at the moment. So some of these ones here, Trinity 3.5. So these are some of the gains in the short term. So it depends on what you're doing. If you want to hold these 12 months short term, but there's definitely some big gains there. So if you guys have got any questions, just pop them in the live chat. I'll be doing the draw for the winner shortly, because I'm going to be asking that question. Hopefully you've been listening and taking notes. Now Eston says, "G'day Eston, how you doing? Can you look into Z Classic issue with Cryptopia withdrawals? I think it's affecting price." Yeah, there is. I will have a look at that. So we'll have a look at Cryptopia. We'll have a quick look now. I heard that Cryptopia had a problem with basically anyone that had Z Classic. You couldn't withdraw. Basically, you couldn't move your funds, and the only exchange I think was Bittrex at the time. I think it was Bittrex, and they weren't taking on new users. So there was some issues with actually getting into it. So I'll just see if we'll check on Twitter. I'll have a look on Twitter, see if they released it on Twitter. They might have some news there. So delays affecting, let's check out what they've got for the news. You may hear me talk. Twitter's a great place to get the latest news, but you've got to be signed up to basically the ones you're interested, so you can find out all the latest news. Let's just have a look at what they've got here. What's the date today? 16th. So we're aware of issues with long processing times for deposit and withdrawals. So that is interesting. I'm not sure exactly how long they're talking about. Just seeing if there's anything there. So if you want to, get into, here we go. We're concerns of users about Z Classic and the upcoming fork. The coin has been in and out of maintenance for a while now, but there's connections and the backlog of withdrawals are being processed. We will continue to monitor the status of processing withdrawals and give an update when the wallet is working correctly. We will not be supporting the Z Classic Bitcoin private fork, but we will assure you we'll have all the withdrawals working before 24th. So, this is one of the reasons why, if you had Z Classic in here, you'd want to get it out. But now they have had problems with the withdrawals. So, here we go. So they're saying 30 hours. So, you still got time. If you have any Z Classic in here, you're not going to benefit from the fork in Cryptopia. So I would suggest you get it out. I'll still try and find out one of the other wallets that I did mention it before, but there is a wallet. I think it's Coinomi. I want to find out if Coinomi, maybe I can answer that question for you now. Coinomi wallet, I believe they do, yeah. And we'll also check out what they say on Twitter. So Coinomi, we'll check what it says on Twitter for it, because they might be supporting the fork. We'll just see if they mention it. Here you go. We're thrilled to announce that Coinomi Wallet, one of the largest multi-coin wallets, will be supporting Z Classic and Bitcoin Private. So if you have your funds somewhere for, whether it's Z Classic or Bitcoin, you need to have it. Let's say you've got it in a Coinomi wallet. Now, let's say you're not interested in currently selling it on the exchanges, then you don't need to be on an exchange. But if you hold it in, say, a Coinomi wallet, you know that they're going to support the fork. So if you're holding Z Classic or Bitcoin, when the fork happens, they're going to take a snapshot of that, and then you're going to be issued that new Bitcoin private, and you're going to get those in your Coinomi wallet. Okay, so that is great news. So if you want to participate and you're not going to be in an exchange, you just want to hold for maybe the long term, and you want to participate in that, then that's what you need to do. You need to get into the Coinomi wallet, and I haven't got that wallet installed. I think I have looked at it before, but I don't have it on my current setup, but I believe it's a pretty good wallet. So that's good news. And if you can, try and get out of Cryptopia if you're not planning on trade, because you're not going to get anything with the fork. Alrighty, so we might do a question. So hope you guys have been paying attention. So what I'm going to do is we'll just go back to the live. Yep. So what we're going to do is I'm going to think of a question. Okay, so I briefly talked about a ICO previously, and I talked about the token being tradable. So the first person who puts in the name of the token that became tradable, and I talked about it, put that into the chat, and you're going to get yourself $10 worth of Bitcoin Cash. So the first one I see, you will be the winner. So that's the name of the token, can be the whole name or just the abbreviation of the one I mentioned previously. That just was a ICO, and now it's become tradable, but not on an exchange. So hopefully you'll put your comments in there, and we'll see who's going to win. And while you guys are doing that, I'm just going to have a quick look at some of the other comments. Because I still get a few questions in the comments on the other videos, which is great. So I might just have a look if there was a couple of questions, yeah, that I took note. Yeah, there was a few questions that people asked, and I thought, well, I've got a little bit of time now. We're coming up to nearly a half an hour, so I might try and cover a few things. Eston says Deva. No, I did talk about Deva, but that was not the one that was tradable today that you can transfer. So Deva was an ICO, correct, but it was not the one I was talking about. So let's see who else can guess. And you only get one guess, so no more guesses, Eston. But thank you very much for your guess. All right, so while you guys are still remembering what I said, hopefully. Ooh. No, Eston, you can't guess again. No, that's not it. Okay, so while he's doing that, I'm going to be talking about a couple of little things that I saw in some of the comments from the videos before. So someone asked, is Ripple a scam? And I don't think it's such a scam. Look, everything has a value of some sort, right? They issue tokens and then people believe them to have that value or whatever. Okay, I don't think it's straight out a scam. Even BitConnect, I mean, the coin wasn't a scam essentially. But it was the way it was being used was a scam. Okay, and I suppose you could say that maybe Ripple's the same thing, but essentially Ripple is more of a centralized coin, and it's controlled by really, a company that's basically in control of Ripple. So it's company owned. Okay, and it has made some billionaires. It's incredible just how many billionaires have been made on Ripple. Okay, so when I did that that list, I think that top 10 list, there was a bunch of people in there that was, there were literally, it was like billion, 5 billion, and every time it was because they invested heavily into Ripple. And you can imagine because it went up a huge amount. So yeah, look, I don't think Ripple's a scam as such, but what I don't like about Ripple is it is it's very tied up and controlled about the circulation and everything else about it. And the news and information you get about it, sort of, you believe that banks are going to be using Ripple, and that's just not the case. All right, so you guys, I don't know if I'll see if there's any. I've had some more responses, but no one's guessed it yet. So let me have a look. I'll just check one other thing. No, so I still don't have a winner. So just that question again. So I did mention basically a ICO that just came out, and I was on ICOdrops.com, and it came out recently. It just became tradable on IDEX.markets. So I think it was even mentioned in the Twitter feed as well. So you can check that out, and that particular token I talked about briefly before. So yeah, hopefully one of you guys will get it. So if you either put the name or the token abbreviation for it, that'll be in there. And so what else we got? Other questions. Someone said, is Litecoin Cash a scam? We'll look at it. It's going to fork. Most likely it's going to happen. But then again, they might, at the last minute, it may not happen at all. So I don't know if it's particularly a scam, but you've got to look at who the developers are. So let's have a quick look now, and we'll bring up, see if we can find, let's see if we can find it. So let's do a quick search for... Eston says, can I try again? All right, well, no one else has jumped in there. So Eston, you may as well jump in there. We've got a few people on live, but no one's actually do it. You know what, Eston, I'll give you another go. See if you can guess it. See, no one else has thrown it in there. So have another crack at it. All right. So let's have a look for Litecoin. Yeah, Litecoin Cash. Let's see if we can find the development for that. So Litecoin Cash fork. If I can find it. I wonder if there's actually a website for it. Litecoin Cash. So just reading through here. Litecoin Cash. I wonder if that's it there. I wonder if that's a real Twitter one. Well, here we go. Chanel's in there. NTK. Yes. Yes, you are right, Chanel. That's awesome. You were also right, Eston, but Shahel beat you to it. So we have a winner. So Shahel, can you put your Bitcoin Cash address in there, please? And I will transfer some Bitcoin Cash to you now. Thanks for trying, Eston. You did well. So yes, just in case you missed it, it was a Neuromation, NTK. So just drop your Bitcoin Cash and I will transfer some to you now. That would be great. How easy was that? All right, so Litecoin Cash. So they got a website. I wonder if that's legitimate or not. Dodgy. It's bad when they don't even have. Oh my goodness. Like, this is how dodgy it is. lcash.org, right? Site doesn't even work. I don't even know. That can't even be genuine. What does it say there? We'll just click on this one. Sometimes, like, I don't know if it may not even be legitimate. I'm gonna do another. I might search Twitter for Litecoin Cash and just see how dodgy it is. Awesome. Okay. Thanks for your Bitcoin Cash address. I'm just going to drop that in now. All right. $10 US coming your way. Just let me know you received it. That'd be great. It pays to pay attention. Awesome. Woohoo. All right. Done. So you should have that. And we'll just quickly go back to... So there's Litecoin Cash. I wonder if that's the same one. So let's check out... Let's see what they got. Oh, Litecoin. So it's a different website. Just wonder if it's dodgy or not. That's a more official name, litecoincash.io. Yeah, that sounds a little bit better. All right, so this possibly is the genuine site. See what they say. Our team, 2 people. It's going to be on EtherDelta and IDEX. And then at the end, maybe the first quarter, they're talking about a wallet. It's an Ethereum. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Litecoin Cash called L Cash, and they're going to put it on. I don't even know if that's the right one or not. That doesn't even make sense. Because you don't like. You wouldn't like fork it and then it's an ERC20 token. So this is like dodgy as well. My goodness. I don't even know where the genuine one is. So you do like, I've only spent a couple of minutes searching for this Litecoin Cash. You're welcome. And yeah, basically, like there's nothing, I can't even find a decent link. The first link is, dodgy. The second link is, a bit more respected, but it's an ERC20 token, runs on the Ethereum network. Oh my goodness. So, yeah. This is the problem. So right now I'm like thinking, oh, what's this one? Meet our team, Litecoin Cash. Interesting. Let's look at that one. So I don't like that one there. Looks dodgy. Let's look at this one here. This could be it. I wonder if this is the one they're talking about. It's got 3,000 followers. Let's check it out. So they're saying that they're going to fork it and make it SHA-256. I'm not sure why they're going to do that. Because SHA-256, as far as I know, that's the same hashing as Bitcoin, SHA-256. Interesting. Wonder what the reason for that is. Okay, so Litecoin Cash. Okay, looks like the Bitcoin Cash logo with a Litecoin in it. Ah, I see what they're doing. Put your legacy Bitcoin SHA mining hardware to effective use. Also, for every one Litecoin you hold at block, you can claim 10 Litecoin Cash. Okay. Wallet makes it easy, responsible forking, replay, fair launch, blah, 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 modern code base. Founded, dev tested. Okay, I'm thinking that this is possibly the correct site. You can tell because of the information that they're providing on here. So 10-to-1 claim ratio for the cash. To say when it's going to fork. And they got wallets. Interesting they're going to the SHA-256, but here's the thing. Maybe this is interesting. It enables a new use for previously obsolete Bitcoining mining hardware. So that's interesting. If that is interesting because when this is the problem, you can buy this hardware, but the way things happen is they make it more and more difficult. The hardware you need to end up getting rid of your hardware and purchase new hardware. So that is interesting. Mining difficulty is recalculated every block from just from the same as Dash. Okay. So provide more predictable block times. Target block time of 2.5 minutes. Gives 4 times the transaction of Bitcoin, while transactions are 90% cheaper than Litecoin. And then to prevent dominant early miners, they will start at 1.25 LCC and grow to 250 LCC over the first 400 blocks. That's good. Pre-release bootstrap. Okay, small pre-mine, less than 1%. Okay, for the development fund. And then here's a little snapshot of it. So what are we looking at here? 840 million. So the mining algorithm for Litecoin is Scrypt. Litecoin Cash is going to use SHA-256, which is the same as Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Okay, so that's good. And, you know, the block time's good. Every block time, the difficulty adjustment's good. Apparently, they're going to make sure they've got SegWit and Lightning in. And a 10-to-1 ratio. So, yeah, this is interesting. At least it looks like they've got the wallet's coming soon. And they've got mining pools set up. So why, the main thing is why do they want to go to SHA-256? So the thing is, if they do mine blocks, they're going to get paid in a currency with 10-minute block times. So they offer 256 coin for general use. We love Litecoin and wanted to give something to people who hold on to it. With everyone else busy forking Bitcoin, we decided that the Litecoin blockchain was the perfect means of initial distribution for our coin. Not associated with Charlie Lee or Litecoin. They're big fans though. Yep, okay. Now they're talking about holding it into Litecoin Core and Jax wallets. That's one of the wallets they're talking about. And they're going to make their own wallets as well. Okay, that's interesting. So look, a very small team. We've got 4 people, and hopefully they're going to try and build a community around it. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's worthwhile. The fact is, if you're going to hold Litecoin, and you know what, there's nothing wrong with Litecoin. It's a great project. So by having this, you're going to get this Litecoin. So initially, you know, I did see some other scams there, but I don't see this as a scam. I see it as a small development. Look, the price, we won't know what's going to happen with the price afterwards. We'll find out what happens. But essentially, while you're holding Litecoin, and there's nothing wrong with holding Litecoin, you're going to get Litecoin Cash. So, you know, it's well worth it. And then, obviously, if this takes off, it's going to be helpful. And also, you can put some, if you've got any mining gear, you can put it to mining Litecoin Cash. So that'll be interesting to see how well it goes. Don't know, but you never know how this stuff starts out. It might get picked up later. It just depends on what people think of it. So I believe that is the correct site, litecoinca.sh, Litecoin Cash. So there you go. So I'm glad we did that. G'day, Kagus. How you doing? You are late for we've already had a winner, but that's okay. We're just covering a couple of questions that we had before. And someone asked, someone said also, is Litecoin a pump and dump? No. Look, I think pump and dumps, the way I describe those is essentially where, you know, something that has no real value is pumped up. You know, everyone gets involved in it. They buy it up, and then they sell it to all those new people coming in, and then the price dumps. Okay, to me that's sort of like a description for pump and dump. Litecoin, you know, is a huge coin with a lot of potential. I don't think it's a pump and dump situation with that. Maybe if it was a new token or new coin, that could be the case. So the last thing I want to talk about is thoughts on Current. I think Current was an ICO that just came out. I'll just have a quick look. I think it was. So I'll have a quick look. Yeah. Let's see Current. So Current was blockchain enabled multimedia system, get paid to stream from major media networks. Raised 36 million, 7th of February that token sale finished. So I'm not sure at the status of where they are at. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look at Twitter, see what they're saying. Token price was 24 cents. I'll just check out where they are with the ended, whether they're in the, let's have a look at the ICO stats. Okay, I'll close. Actually, I might follow that one. Close some of these windows. Okay, so we'll check this out. So they're doing an airdrop, 4 million airdrop. Sign up for the first. The current is now at the latest token sale. We've sold out in the pre-sale. The main sale is now cancelled, but they're doing an airdrop. Okay, so obviously they raised a bunch in the pre-sales, and they're doing an airdrop as well. Okay, so that's fine. I wonder what I'm not sure if they're out on any of the exchanges yet, because they would have announced that. So I don't think they're so they are out of ICO. I don't know if they're actually moving it at all. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so it may not be on the exchanges yet, so it's still early. I haven't checked IDEX at the moment, but I haven't seen it listed there. So look, it's any of these projects are interesting. I mean, essentially, you get paid. It reminds me of Steam, right? Steam had the idea where you're going to get paid for doing content. The problem with Steam is essentially when you look at the Steam chart, like, it's the nature of the way Steam is made. I'll quickly, just for fun, show you a chart. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with Steam. Like, I'm on Steemit. If we go to Steemit, if you guys haven't signed up for Steemit, okay, you can do that. I'm here on Steemit, and basically, as you can see, you'll see these little amounts, like 48 cents. Now, I haven't got a huge following on Steemit at all, and it does take time to build it up. But what happens is people vote, all right, and you get rewards. Okay, so when people click the little upvote, what happens is you actually are basically voting that person to receive essentially money, right? They're receiving Steam. Okay, and then they can actually then take that out of their wallet and sell it and turn it into Bitcoin or Ether or Cash or whatever they want to do. So that's the benefit with it. And you say, well, where does that come from? So what happens is every day, it's like Bitcoin. Every day, like, Bitcoin is mined, okay? And there's so much Bitcoin that's mined, and it is sold off, and people will buy that Bitcoin. Now, if the Bitcoin goes onto the market to sell it off, that's going onto the market. Now, if there weren't people that wanted to buy Bitcoin and coming into the market, then the price would go down for Bitcoin. And this is what was happening to Steemit. So if we have a quick look on Coinigy, you know how much I love bringing up charts. So we'll have a look at Steem on Coinigy, and I'll just show you quickly the chart. So I wouldn't say holding, it's a great concept, but as terms of long-term hold, I really don't see it there, because it's just the way they've designed it, and it's unfortunate. So Steem, it's on Bittrex and Poloniex. So here's Steem against Bitcoin. So let's move out to a 1 day. We'll have a quick look at that. Alright, let's have a look. So we'll go back. I'll just see. I can't remember how old Steem is, but let's have a look. Looks like it's just a few years old. Looks like May 2016. Alright, so it started out. We had this basically a huge spike for the first day, essentially. Move that out a bit. So you can see we had this area here, and this is like across here. We're looking at 0.001 of BTC. Okay, that was at that level. So it basically had that range there. Okay, then we had this move back up to nearly where it was before, and then it's come back down. It actually went then below this level here, and then right through I think it was 2016. You can just see this chart. It just continued to go down, and you get these little blips. Okay, so little blips here. Now, as you can see, it sort of looks like it was picking up, and we got this movement here, and then it died again. So now it went back down to nearly that level, and this is where we are right now. So if I zoom it out, right, you can see how it's almost at that level there. And really, the problem is that when you come, you've got to come. Ah, no, you can't see what's on the screen. All right, that's my fault. Sorry about that. I will show you that screen again. Okay, so this chart here, you can see how the first day it was this big spike, and then about a month later it was a massive spike. Okay, and then as it scrolls down, we can go along here, and basically you get right to the end where we are now, and you can see how it just is not going to go back up to these levels. It's just not going to go up to this level. Okay, it might increase in US dollar, like at the moment I think it's $3 or $4, but it's not going to increase after that. So yeah, basically this is where Steam is, and essentially new users have to come in and want to buy Steam for that price to stay the same. So they need to have more people coming in to buy Steam, and to keep paying out Steam every day. But the people who hold the most amount of Steam on the platform, they benefit the most, because they got ways to set up where people vote for them and they get paid a fair bit of things. So if we have a look on this one here, say I go to let's have a look who I'm following. Let's have a look at Dollar Vigilante. So when he does a post, he makes like $500 a post on these ones here, $600, $200. So this is basically when he does his posts and people upvote them. These are the kinds of money that he's making off it. And also a lot of this is auto votes as well. There's normal people voting, but also they set up auto voting so that you actually send your votes to people that you follow. And essentially this is what's going on. So people who buy a lot of, they go into this platform and buy thousands and thousands of dollars. It could be 30, 40, 50, 100K of Steam. Then they start to receive, they've got more power in the community, and generally people follow them, and they make a lot of money from the returns. However, when you have a look at that price chart, it's not that sexy compared to a lot of other coins out there. So yeah, basically that's probably why I wouldn't really get into Steam, but you can certainly check out the platform, and that's why there's going to be things like similar to Current, where there are going to be more social platforms. Yes, there's going to be more these social platforms coming out, and to try and work with the blockchain. So that'll be pretty important. Alrighty, okay. I think that covers about it. I think we're going to finish up. Yeah. I think if you want to get into Bitcoin private for that fork, I think the one I mentioned before, which was the Icomi, I think that was how I spelt it. I don't think I've got it on the screen at the moment. Just try and find the spelling for it again for you, and then we'll finish up. So I think it was Icomi wallet. Can't spell it right. Oh my god, it'd be good if I could spell it. We'll try that again. What was it? I think it was Bitcoin private wallet. We'll see if that works. Just having a quick look here where that wallet is. I think it's Coinomi. I can't spell it right. Let's try Google again. Oh yeah, Coinomi. Coinomi. So that's the official website. I would be holding it in there. If you don't want to be on the exchanges, then I'd be checking out Coinomi because it holds the wallets and there's a good chance that they're going to support it. Alrighty, I think I'm going to finish up. I really appreciate everyone on tonight. Thank you so much and congratulations to the winner. That's awesome. Yeah, Coinomi, that's the one. So that'll be good. Alright, I think we'll finish up. I will catch you guys tomorrow and see you then. Okay, bye.